Welcome to Swedish Hockey League action on your home for hockey, Premier Sports. It is the Växjö Lakers sitting in first in the SHL table, hosting Linköping in third. A busy evening around the SHL, all 14 teams in action. You can go to shl.se for the out-of-town scoreboard. The Lakers on 99 points. 2 points over their last few games will make them the regular season champions, as neither Frölunda and Linköping could catch them if they keep on winning. But for Linköping, they have to go out and try and get those 3 points in this contest, as they are in a dogfight against Frölunda and HV71, as all those teams think maybe with some momentum they can make a good end to this season. But for Linköping, pride, they will want to beat Växjö, as Linköping are 0-3 against the Lakers this season. Linköping being outscored 13-4 in those 3 games against the Lakers before this evening. Olli Palola has 4 goals and 5 points for the Lakers against Linköping this season. He has 46 points overall and sits third in the SHL points table. Brock Little of Linköping, 49 points. He is second in the SHL points table as they try and chase down Joakim Lindström and his 52 total points on the season for Skellefteå. A good crowd on hand at Vida Arena. As mentioned, you look at that table, 99 points. Okay, so the Lakers, they need a couple of points to win the SHL regular season, but both Linköping and Frölunda believing just keep winning your games and hope that Växjö loses. Tobias Bjork and Per Claesson, the referees in charge of this one. Tobias Haster and Anders Nyquist on the lines. Joakim Eriksson, a .917 save percentage between the pipes for the Växjö Lakers. He played in the KHL for Dynamo Riga last season. And Marcus Hagberg, the 6'5" Swedish netminder for Linköping this evening. He was a Ottawa Senators draft pick in 2013. Buckle up, we are underway. It is the last week of the SHL regular season. First, the Lakers versus third, Linköping. Corey Murphy will touch up, and we will come all the way back just 7 seconds in. I'm Aaron Murphy. You can reach out this evening at Murph on Ice, at Premier Sports TV, at SHL.SC, and of course go to SHL.SC. Check out the website for the busy out-of-town scoreboard as the evening rolls on. Here's Holm, the leading point getter amongst defensemen for Växjö. Holm with 20 points. He dishes off to Olli Palola. We mentioned him, 4 goals in 3 games against Linköping this season. Växjö 3-0 versus the visitors so far in this campaign. And the Lakers tough at home. They've won 10 of their past 11 overall at Vida Arena. And as mentioned, 2 points makes them the regular season champion. They win this game outright, they will not be caught in that SHL table. Here's Holm. Linköping will try and go from 93 points to 96 points with a regulation win in this contest and try and keep the belief alive that they can at least tie the Lakers on 99 points. Most teams with 2 games remaining this evening, and over the next few nights we will have another SHL game for you this Thursday as we wind down the regular season, and we will then reshuffle the deck and put our eyes towards the SHL playoffs. Out front for Kiskinen. Kiskinen on a lovely feed from Corey Murphy and a big stop by Hagberg early on. Offside at the line is Olam. Thomas Kiskinen, 14 goals on the season. Here's Corey Murphy, the former NHLer. Lovely saucer pass, and Kiskinen cannot beat the rangy Hagberg. At 6'5", Marcus Hagberg takes up a lot of net for Linköping. Face-off just outside the Lakers' blue line. The Lakers, of course, the 2015 SHL champions, trying to get back to those lofty heights. And they have had a magnificent regular season, but it's not quite like other leagues, not like the Elite Ice Hockey League in the UK, for example. The league is not the big title in the Swedish Hockey League. It's a nice thing to look back on, but the playoffs, going on to win the playoffs, it's kind of like the NHL. The Stanley Cup is more important than the President's Trophy. It'll be kept in at the line by Lilia. He'll try and turn and go back up ice. He turned away from his own blue line there, didn't like the look of the oncoming forecheck of Brodecki. Linköping trying to establish some zone time of their own right now. Kiskinen the big chance early on, and Hagberg answered the bell for the visiting side, Linköping. Here's Olam out front to Muller. Muller turns, in just his 8th game with Linköping. He started the season with Krefeld in the DEL. Here's Gordon. Gordon with the quick shot on Andrew Gordon, looking for his 9th. Muller looking for his 3rd goal. He's got 2 goals in 7 games played since coming over from the DEL, as mentioned. Kept in at the line by Lundgren. Lundgren for Muller. Muller dances away from Pedersen. Muller takes a bump from Oliver Bohm, but keeps the play alive. Tipped in front by the captain, Nicholas Persson. Nicholas Persson, 189 KHL games played in his career, a fantastic leader for Linköping and their head coach, Dan Tangnes. The puck is lofted up and out of play. And we will have our first penalty of the game. It should be a delay of game against Brodecki. Let's have a look. Brodecki turns in his own zone, up and out of play. It is not deflected by Persson. It is not deflected by Silfgaard. And that is an easy call for the referees Bjork and Claesson. There's Dan Tangnes, his 3rd year in Linköping. 1 year as an assistant coach. This is his 2nd year as the head coach. 3rd ranked power play Linköping. They are 3rd in the table, 3rd in the overall table, 3rd in the power play table. Pretty good penalty kill on the other side as well, the 4th ranked penalty kill. Here's Gordon with this shot, tipped in front by Sebastian Karlsson. Gordon will dump it in. Important to note that Linköping are without their top offensive defenseman, Christian Nikiva. Christian Nikiva has 8 goals and 15 assists this season. He is not in the lineup tonight. Here is Olam. And this is where they miss Christian Nikiva, Linköping. He runs the power play, no doubt about it. They miss him, but Eddie Larsson getting some power play time wearing number 53. Olam with the shot. Karlsson in front of Eriksson trying to take away his eyes. Mattis Olam, 8 goals on the season. Walks up the half wall, goes back in behind the net for his brother. The Olam brothers played for Norway at the Sochi Olympics in 2014. They can't keep the puck deep. And Jeff Tambellini, in his 9th game played, will dump it down. Tambellini started the season with Djurgården and now calling Växjö home. Here's Eddie Larsson. 50 seconds remaining in the delay of game penalty against Brodecki. Will be an icing against Linköping. They got set up pretty well there with both Mattis and Ken-Andre Olam, the Norwegian Olam brothers. And they had Sebastian Karlsson camped out in front, but they certainly look like a team that misses Christian Nikiva early on that power play. They are also without Emil Christensen on the back end. He's a pretty good offensive defenseman as well. 3 goals and 3 assists on the season. The Lakers without Calle Rosen. Their captain, Liam Reddix, is not in the lineup, and neither is Robert Rosen and his 11 goals and 16 assists. So some very good players on both sides of the puck not in action in this one. 2 games left for both of these teams in the regular season. They both will be in the playoffs. They will both get a bye. They don't have to go into the playoff play-in round. They will get automatic quarterfinals. Top 6 teams in the SHL go through to the quarterfinal round. 7 through 10 go into that playoff play-in round. .16 seconds remaining in the Brodecki delay a game call. Here's Muller. Muller off to the flank. Muller goes to the front of the net, waiting for a pass from Persson. It doesn't come. It will come back to the line, and Anssi Salmela didn't like the look of that, but Salmela will tee it up on the one-timer, and that is blocked there. Tambellini with a good block, but Salmela corrals it and threw another shot on net as the power play had expired. 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Here comes Josh Hennessy. Josh Hennessy with a quick shot on Hogberg, and he deflects that into the corner. Quick shot from Josefsson. And it's amazing what a good penalty kill will do. You start to get that momentum. And at home, you can hear the decibel level. Vida Arena, 5,700 the capacity. And certainly a good crowd on hand trying to will the Lakers on to a regular season title. Good stops by Hogberg on Josefsson and earlier on Kiskinen. And for the Lakers, a successful penalty kill. That is Sam Hallam on the far right, his 6th year with the Lakers organization. He had 1 year as an assistant coach, and this is his 5th year as a head coach. He brought them the SHL championship in 2015. Here's the other games this year. We talk about it off the top. Linköping have been outscored 13-4 in 3 losses to the Lakers this season. Just over 5 minutes gone, period one. A good pace to this one, as you'd expect on two of the top three teams in Sweden. We should mention Brock Little of Linköping, their top point getter with 49 points. He trails Joakim Lindström of Skellefteå by 3 points. Olli Palola, the Lakers offensive star, has 46 points. So still, over the last two games, there could be a points title up for grabs between those two players if they can chase down Lindström. And as we talked about off the top, Linköping, they'll want to finish off with 2 wins and get to that 99-point territory and hope that the Lakers lose their games. Växjö with 159 goals scored this season. They have been an offensive juggernaut. Linköping 131 goals for this season. An offside call as Olli Palola. 19 goals and 27 assists on the campaign. 4 goals and an assist versus Linköping this season. Not a bad return. 14:04 remaining in period one. We have a live NHL doubleheader from 12:40 a.m. later this evening. Flyers at Sabres and then Predators at Ducks from 3:35 a.m. Stick around after the Swedish Hockey League for a live NHL doubleheader. Salmela with a dangerous pass back to Gabriel Carlsson, but Everberg nearly intercepted that. 2-on-1 developing. Olam going to the front of the net. Good pass there good idea by Garrett Rowe, but the pass was intercepted. He had that 2-on-1 look. He wanted to get that one-timer down the right side from Ken-Andre Olam, but it was a good defensive play by Nick Balin to take away that pass from Garrett Rowe. Rowe back to Olam. Carlsson will keep it in at the blue line. That was a hot pass. It came up off the ankle of Gabriel Carlsson. Brodecki watching the point, but it's Balin. Balin will go back the other way, and it will be into the feet of Emil Peterson. Emil Peterson, who started the year off with Skellefteå, a former Nashville Predators pick back in 2013. 9 goals on the campaign, and has looked very good for the Lakers. When he came over from Skellefteå, they started to really chase down Frölunda. Remember, Frölunda were top of the table for many, many months. Tambellini looking for a rebound, and Jeff Tambellini absolutely filled in by Andrew Gordon. Tambellini, watch this funny bounce. Hennessy just throws it on net, and it's off the defender there, Nicholas Lundgren. Lundgren nearly puts it between the legs of Hogberg, and Tambellini came in there looking for a rebound, and he was flattened by Gordon. Hennessy trying to sweep that back to the point. Olam will tie up his man, and Olam then takes a bump from Hennessy. Niels Karnback joins Zafrakis, but Linköping will get it to the blue line. Palola tried to keep it in, but it will be the youngster Adam Ginning. Ginning will get it forward. He's a top prospect for the 2018 draft. Quick pass there by Gordon. He went back against the grain, and it looked like Gordon was looking for Lilia. The pass did not connect as we've got run and gun stuff. It's a bit of a track meet back and forth between the Lakers and Linköping. Gordon trying to settle it down to the youngster Ginning wearing that full cage. Ginning dumps it down. Joakim Eriksson will hold it up there, and Erik Josefsson starts the breakout. Josefsson chasing it down against Anton Carlsson. Josefsson gets there first, and he's knocked down from behind as the crowd wants a penalty on Carlsson, but the referees Bjork and Claesson say play on. Holm keeps it at the line, barely. And finally, Tobias Haster says, actually, Philip Holm did not keep the puck in as Netterberg touches it in the far corner. 11:55 remaining in the scoreless first period between the Lakers and Linköping. All 14 teams in action as the SHL regular season winds down. Thursday, of course, the last evening of action in that regular season. And then the playoff play-in round will be our next point of call on your home for hockey. Frölunda, the defending champions, sit second in the table right now, but they've kind of hit a mediocre patch, if you will, by their lofty standards, playing 500 hockey the last month or so. Maybe a bit of a come down after winning the Champions Hockey League. Good play there as Kiskinen tries to weave some magic in the blue paint. And Kiskinen has had a couple of good chances in period one. Thomas Kiskin on your screen now. 14 goals, 17 assists in his third year with Växjö. Look at this. Stick handling in the phone booth, comes back against the grain and escapes Carlson and nearly tucks it between the wickets. But Hogberg again goes down and he takes up a lot of space. Gordon with a good face-off win. Sealfgaard up the right wing. He won't catch up to it, and now it'll be Oliver Bohm. Bohm being watched by Emil Sealfgaard. Puts on the brakes and deposits it onto the blade of Emil Pettersson. Pettersson for Brodecki. Brodecki tries to get away from Gabriel Carlson with Brodecki. Threw it into space, and Sebastian Carlson now battling up the left wing for Linköping. We approach the halfway mark of period one, and it seems to have happened in the blink of an eye. Here's Pettersson. Pettersson drops it back. Everberg with this shot. And again, Hogberg has the measure. Hogberg has certainly seen the puck well here in period one. Big saves off of Kiskinen, and now Everberg, who played in the NHL for Colorado a season ago. 10:32 remaining in the opening stanza. The better chances coming off the Lakers' sticks, but Marcus Hogberg has had the measure of all the top shooters for the home side. And Dennis Everberg, 15 NHL games played with the Avalanche last season. He has 17 goals for the Lakers in this campaign. Here's Arvid Lundberg, a former Skellefteå Youth Academy product, in his first season for Sam Hallam. Josefsson dumps in against the grain again. Ginning, quick to get there. Brock Little tries to go right up the gut. Brock Little with a quick pass ahead for Gordon. Brock Little having a magnificent season. The Yale alumni with 49 points. Third year with Linköping, and he has really blossomed under head coach Dan Tagnes offensively in this campaign. Here's Olam. Ken-Andre Olam, 9 goals and 13 assists. Gets hard in on the forecheck, but Arvid Lundberg goes up the right side, gives it away to Olam. I was just about to say Lundberg had a nice smooth play in behind his own net, but he gives it away, and now he got the pressure because of that. Brock Little. A bobbling shot blockered away by Eriksson. Little tries to walk out front, and he had a stick check there from Ville Leino, the former NHLer. Ville Leino, 286 NHL games played. Showed some veteran savvy right there against Brock Little. Here's Philip Holm. We talked about it on several SHL broadcasts this season. If you don't get the puck out on the first attempt, you get hemmed in because the speed is such amongst the forwards in the SHL that once you get hemmed in like that, 2-3 attempts to get the puck out, it wears your defenseman down, and Arvid Lundberg made a bad pass on the breakout, and it nearly cost his side. Here comes Josh Hennessy. Josh Hennessy trying to recoup that earlier mistake from Lundberg. Murphy with the shot. Hennessy with the tip, and it goes in behind the net. Murphy trying to keep it in at the line, but Jacob Lilia. 11 goals on the season for Lilia, but he's a very good defensive player, and you saw it there from Linköping. Hennessy, not too shabby as a defensive forward himself. Karnback. Karnback trying to pitchfork that along the right wing. Karnback does a good job, but Anssi Salmola has seen enough, and he retrieves the puck, and Linköping will break it out through Carlson. 8.5 to go. Period one, scoreless between the home side, the Växjö Lakers, and the visiting side, Linköping. Good action at both ends of the ice, so what you'd expect from first versus third. Here's Balin. Balin with the shot. It doesn't get through. Sealfgaard with the block. And what a shot by Kiskinen. Kiskinen could have 3 goals in this opening stanza, but once again, he's stopped by Hogberg. Balin's shot blocked by Muller, and Kiskinen found it through a sea of legs and one-timed it off of Hogberg's chest. Here comes Sealfgaard in transition. Sealfgaard down the right side tries to come back with that little drag move, but Nick Balin did not fall for it. Nick Balin started the year with Dynamo Minsk in the KHL, and in 18 games, he has 14 points. I talked about Emil Pettersson coming over here and changing the way the Lakers played. Nick Balin, a big part of that as well, and a big part why the Lakers have jumped past Frölunda in the top spot. Everberg with the shot. Paddled away by Hogberg. The action is now fast and furious. It has every bit of feel of a playoff game, and that is magnificent to see. If this is what we have in store over the next month and a half on Premier Sports, then we will be very happy indeed. Vita Arena, Växjö, scoreless. Shots on goal, 6-2 in favor of the home side. Olli Palola and Kiskinen with a couple of good chances. Everberg had a good chance as well. But Marcus Hogberg has stood tall in the Linköping crease. Just the one penalty. Brodecki had a delay a game call. And there is the busy evening, a 7-game set. All 14 teams in action. Go to shl.se if you'd like to check out the out-of-town scoreboard and see how Frölunda's faring. Frölunda at points looked like they were going to walk away with the regular season title. They come into this evening's action with 94 points, trailing 1-0 to Skellefteå. And we talked about that a little bit when they won the Champions Hockey League. Back-to-back Champions Hockey League victories for Frölunda. They are the defending SHL champions. It's hard to keep going back to the well when you have a target on your back. And I wonder if Roger Ronberg and the Frölunda team are getting a little bit tired. They've played more hockey than anybody in the SHL the last few years because of those deep runs in the Champions Hockey League and the Swedish Hockey League. They will not win the regular season title as it stands right now. If they win tonight and win their last game and the Lakers lose 2, then sure they can, but it doesn't look that way as of right now. I think what Roger Ronberg will want is to win that playoff title, and a pad up front, Olim! Olim stopped on the line there by Martinson. What a defensive play by Martinson as Ken-Andre Olim looked like he had Eriksson beaten. The referees say the puck is loose. The goaltender, Joachim Eriksson, is saying, blow the whistle already. You often don't see scrums like that very often anymore. The referees usually blow it up to protect the goalkeeper, but right there, Linköping, Ken-Andre Olim with a prime chance to make it 1-0. Eriksson and his defenseman, Martinson, making big saves there on Ken-Andre Olim. Eriksson was yelling at the referee. Let's watch it. Here's the wraparound by Garrett Rowe. And Olim, look at that. It's between the legs. Martinson goes down. Almost comical there as Martinson looks like he's ready to leapfrog over the goalie and his defensive partner. But they keep the puck out, and the referees made the right call there. From our vantage point, it looked like they could have blown it dead. Brodecki with a quick shot, and Hogberg will hold on. Well, back to that point about Frölunda, they will be thinking about the playoffs. They are certainly a playoff team. We've seen that in the CHL, and we've seen it in the SHL playoffs last year, so they will probably be refocusing and getting ready for the playoffs. They'll certainly want to go out with 2 wins here this evening on Thursday, but they won't be discouraged if they don't catch Växjö. Gordon with the shot, and it's held on by Eriksson. Yeah, Frölunda won't be discouraged if they don't catch the Lakers for the regular season mantle. But certainly for the Lakers, you want to see that through. You want to say we're the top team in the regular season, plus you have that #1 seed, home ice in the playoffs. 6:24 remaining. We await the game's first tally. Both goalies, Hogberg and Eriksson, have made some fantastic stops in their respective nets. Karnback versus Olim. That is Mattis Olim. Hennessy on the good play by Karnback. Hennessy will dump it in. Tambellini. Good wheels by Tambellini. The former LA Kings first round pick way back in 2003. Safe to say Tambellini is a veteran. Oliver Bohm with a good stick check there. And the aforementioned Tambellini will go up the gut. Gives it to Karnback. Tambellini, a little cross-check into the back of Lundgren, but Lundgren keeps his feet and puts it up the right wing. Gordon just drifts it out over the line, but Jacob Lilia will retreat back to Lundgren. Lundgren up the right side, looking for Andrew Gordon again. Gordon to Olim, tipped in front. Lilia got a piece of that. Lilia will go back to Mattis Olim. Carlson at the point, forcing it down the right side to Gordon, and Gordon will sweep it around. A delayed penalty coming up against the Lakers. 6-on-5 situation now. The goalkeeper, Hogberg, is on the bench for the extra player, extra skater in this delayed situation. It is Persson over the boards for Linköping. The Lakers desperately want to touch it up, and they do. With 5:13 remaining, Linköping will get their first power play. It's a cross-checking call against that man, Oliver Bohm. Well, here's Bohm, just comes out of nowhere and absolutely Right in front of the referee, a cross-check on Andrew Gordon. Now, the crowd doesn't like it because they're saying it's, a defensive play that happens night in, night out, shift in, shift out. But because the puck wasn't even there, and because it's so obvious right in front of the two referees in this four-man system, of course, the crowd reacting, saying that it's a bit of a soft penalty, as is the Lakers head coach, Sam Hallam. You can't just cross-check somebody. Puck's not even in play. Linköping will get their second power play, rather. They are 0 for 1 as Brodecki had the delayed game call earlier. 5 minutes to go, period one, second power play opportunity for the visitors. Here's Brock Little. Little goes back against the grain, throws it out front for Muller, and it's intercepted by Tambellini. Tambellini with a good play, dumping at 200 feet, trying to kill off another 10 seconds. There's Garrett Rowe. Rowe gains the line, and Muller wraps it around for Brock Little. 1:15 remaining in the Bohm cross-checking penalty. Garrett Rowe to Anssi Salmela. Salmela, the former NHLer, with some slick wheels at the line, gets the shot through, and Eriksson makes a big glove save. Look at that smooth little move at the blue line. We've talked about Joachim Eriksson before. He has his catching hand is his right hand, his blocker is the left, and about 65–70% of elite-level goaltenders globally have the opposite setup. Eriksson right there, it works out well, because that's a tough save to make on the blocker low and away like that, so he gets the trapper down and thwarts Salmela. Here's Ken-Andre Ohlund with the shot. Carlson in front. Deflected into the corner. And Ohlund will get another chance. It's Mathis Ohlund to Larson. Back to Mathis Ohlund. Less than a minute to go on the power play. Larson with the one-timer. It's low and away. Sebastian Carlson tried to get a deflection on it, but Corey Murphy lifted his stick at the last second. Here's Mathis Ohlund. Walks up the half wall, puts it out front for his brother Ken-Andre Ohlund, and that is deflected by Lundgren and dumped up and down. Here's Eddie Larson. Larson with 2 goals and 12 assists. Larson would love to win this game. Eddie Larson spent the 3 previous years as a member of the Växjö Lakers, and we've seen it before on our SHL broadcast. It always seems that guys play well against their ex-teams. Eddie Larson with Christian Nikiva and Emil Christensen out of the lineup. He'll get extra ice time on the power play, as we have seen. He would love to derail the Växjö Lakers, his former team. Power play is over. Oliver Bohm out of the penalty box. 3 minutes to go, period one. 0 for 2 on the power play, Linköping. Lundberg gloves that down. Here's Emil Pettersson. Emil Pettersson starts it off. Brodecki has it in his feet. And Brodecki gets hit by Vilmos Gallo, the Hungarian international. Brodecki trying to get that away from Fogstrom. Fogstrom with a dangerous pass to Vilmos Gallo, but Gallo with sure hands and sure feet, he will skate it out to the neutral zone. Here's Fogstrom. Fogstrom trying to force that through. He had Carlson barreling down the left side. Gallo keeps it alive, but it will come out to the neutral zone now after a good stick check by Brodecki. 2:15 to go. First period action on your home for Hockey Premier Sports. The Lakers and Linköping scoreless. The last week of the SHL regular season. And all teams trying to amp up for the playoffs now. Palola dumps it in, and that will come back with 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Our SHL coverage continues on the last night of the regular season, this Thursday, March 9th. HV 71 versus Farjestad from 10:05 p.m. And then, of course, the SHL playoffs. TBD, we will reshuffle the deck, look at all the matchups, and get you the best playoff play-in matchups after the regular season ends. Pettersson versus Gordon. Murphy to Balin. 2 very offensive-minded defensemen on the back end for Sam Hallam and the Lakers on this shift. Quick shot, and that's a good one by Froberg. Froberg's been quiet in this opening 20. He's usually a wrecking ball streaking down that center ice position. Got the shot through, but Hogberg was in trouble. Hogberg then gives it right back to Froberg. Froberg out front looking for Palola. Muller intercepted that pass and dumps it back into the corner. Seelgaard with a big hit on Palola. Seelgaard, former member of Luleå, and he was a fan favorite at Luleå because of hits like that. Seelgaard likes to hit everything that moves. Here's the captain, Nicholas Persson. 1:05 remaining in a scoreless first period. Both goalkeepers, Joachim Eriksson of the Lakers and Marcus Hogberg of Linköping, upholding their end of the bargain thus far in this big first versus third matchup. Netterberg, cross ice. Good job between the blue lines from Linköping, especially the Olin brothers. They're turning the Lakers back not once but twice as they try and find a seam to break out. Lilia clubs it down after the good forecheck by Mattis Olim. Mattis Olim out front for Lilia. And all of that offense is generated by clogging up the area between the blue lines. Josefsson comes back. Josefsson with the quick shot. It's under the pad of Hogberg, and he will hold on with 28 seconds remaining in period one. Here's Netterberg to Josefsson. Quick shot right on. Look at that, right under the toe. The strength it would take to hold onto the puck like that. You can tell how strong Marcus Hogberg is and flexible. Very quick for a big man at 6'5" in the net for Linköping. But back to that point by Linköping, they nearly created some offense out of nothing by clogging up the area in the neutral zone. Turning back the breakout by Corey Murphy a couple of times, but then Josefsson gets sprung by Netterberg. So it's been back and forth. It's been a fantastic period of hockey. Leno, with 5 seconds remaining, doesn't want to mistake Leno. To Josefsson, Netterberg. Netterberg hard on the puck against Sebastian Karlsson, and that'll do it. 20 minutes in the books at Vida Arena. It will be scoreless between the Lakers and Linköping. Linköping 0 for 2 on the power play. Växjö with probably the best chances of that period. 11 shots on goal for the Lakers, 7 for Linköping. Face-offs even, blocks even, shots on goal pretty even as well. I'm Aaron Murphy. Don't go anywhere. We will be back with second period action live on your home for hockey. No score between Växjö and Linköping. Second period action now on your home for hockey. I'm Aaron Murphy. You can reach out at Murph on Ice, at Premier Sports TV, at SHLSE. Let us know where you're watching from this evening. And if you're looking forward to the regular season winding up and, of course, the playoffs getting started in the SHL. Out front, oh, baby, what a play by Froberg. Broken play, hustle, and Linus Froberg has his 9th goal of the season just 15 seconds in to period 2. I said in period 1 that Froberg had a quiet first period. He's a wrecking ball of a man. He comes hard on every play, so in this second period, he decides he does not want to be quiet any longer. Watch Froberg come in here and absolutely strip Garrett Rowe. Garrett Rowe, just those fine margins of making a mistake, of making a good play. Garrett Rowe trying to start the breakout, and Froberg picks his pocket. Kiskinen in on the play as well. Kiskinen, who was the best player on the ice for either team, I thought, in period 1. He had 3 shots on goal for the Lakers, and Kiskinen will get an assist, his 18th assist of the season on Froberg's 9th goal. 15 seconds in to the second period, and it's 1-0 for Växjö. Froberg's 9th, assisted by Kiskinen. A terrible play in the defensive zone by Garrett Rowe, but you've got to give credit where it's due. It was all about Froberg and Kiskinen getting hard in on the forecheck, and Linus Froberg in his second year with Växjö, he had 3 goals all of last season. Linus Froberg has 9 on that effort. Ville Leno out front looking for Everberg as they try and ratchet up the pressure now, but Jacob Lilia will dance away for Linköping. Lilia squirts by a hit from Oliver Bohm. No easy task. Bohm is a big physical blue liner at 6'4", but Lilia eeled past him right there. Bohm comes right back at Olim. It's Mattis Olim. Olim to Lilia. As Linköping give them credit, a bit of a statement shift as they come right back on the offensive attack, but now it's Netterberg. Netterberg takes a wallop there from Lundgren. Pontus Netterberg, 7 goals and 9 assists. He had 16 goals in the Allsvenskan last year. Here's Leno. Leno back to the line. Martinson. Martinson dishes it off, and it's a quick shot through. Arvid Lundberg. Lundberg has a good knack of getting the puck through for Växjö. Look at this play by Ville Leno. Leno tries to sift it across, and the two former NHLers, Everberg and Leno, cannot connect. Everberg looking for his 18th tally of the campaign, and it just bobbled away from his outstretched stick. Nils Karnback gets it back to the line. One-handed forward there by Lundberg. Linköping win the puck through Marcel Muller, and Muller. Nice backhand pass right up the gut for Silfgaard, but Silfgaard made a little bit of a mess of that, and now it'll be picked up and refocused by Nicholas Persson, the captain. Eddie Larsson, D-to-D. Anton Carlson. Carlson trying to dance over the blue line, and Anders Nyquist, the linesman on this side, says, offside, 17:48 to go. So here's Kiskinen. Kiskinen, wow, it's almost unfair for Garrett Rowe right here. Two of the better forecheckers on the Lakers, both in behind the goal line, making life very difficult for Garrett Rowe. Garrett Rowe, 15 goals in the season. Very good offensive forward, obviously, but right there was overwhelmed by Kiskinen and Froberg. Froberg's 9th, assisted by Kiskinen, his 18th assist of the season, just 15 seconds in to period 2, and we have a 1-0 scoreline in favor of the top of the table Lakers. Here's Kiskinen ahead for Froberg. Froberg dumps it in for Palola. This is a dangerous line now, and it's amazing what one goal will do. It'll start to put wind in everyone's sails on this line for Coach Sam Hallam. Palola to Froberg. Kiskinen knocked down there by Henrik Tornquist. Into double coverage and back the other way. Here's Fogström. Fogström tries to drag it around Bohm. Bohm stays with the man, and Kiskinen will chase it down against Lundgren. Kiskinen tries to poke that away, but Lundgren goes deep, and Froberg is the only player there. Froberg back to Bohm, and Bohm was hemmed in, but he dances away, showing incredible grace for a big man. Corey Murphy will dump it in. Former New Jersey Devil Corey Murphy. Along the wall, Everberg, former Colorado Avalanche. And Olam will get it away from Everberg. Mattis Olam and Ken-Andre Olam were very good in their defensive capacity in period 1, trying to shut down that Everberg line. Here's Peterson. Peterson off the stick of Brock Little, but Emil Peterson follows it up and dumps it in. Here's Ginning. Number 37 in white, just 16 years old. He's a top prospect for the 2018 draft. He sifts it off to Brock Little. Little to Olam. Olam with the hot shot, and that is right under the arm of Eriksson. He will hold on for a face-off in Växjö territory with 16 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in period 2. The Lakers enjoying a 1-0 scoreline on the strength of that Froberg goal from Kiskinen just 15 seconds into this period. Garrett Rowe caught asleep at the wheel behind his own net. A very dangerous play, which led to the game's only goal. Here's Martinson. Martinson up the left side, kept in by Anton Carlson. Here's Lundberg to Netterberg. Netterberg up the gut with a stretch pass for Ville Leno. Leno, 1-on-2. He goes in against Eddie Larsson, and Larsson just A-frames there and tries to move the puck along for Olam. But Ville Leno outworking everybody until Larsson comes right back on him. Give Larsson credit. He's going to log a lot of minutes with Christian Nikiva and Emil Christensen out of the lineup. Martinson! Martinson was back cycling for what felt like an eternity. He finally finds a seam and rips it on net. But Marcel Hogberg equal to the task. Leno has put in a yeoman shift here. Look at that. They're using Lilia as a screen. On Hogberg goes down and makes the stop. Martinson, in his 3rd year with the Lakers, having a breakout offensive season. 13 points all of last season. He's got 15 points this campaign with 2 games to go. Here's Sebastian Karlsson. Sebastian Karlsson knocks it ahead for Fogström. Fogström back to Tornquist, and that's blocked. Tidy little play by Jeff Tambellini to block that shot. Tambellini throws his body into the play with reckless abandon, and Tornquist can really shoot the puck, but Tambellini wasn't phased. Here's Martinson. Martinson D to D. He takes a bump from Carlson to make that play. Take the hit to make a play, coaches say, and coaches appreciate that. Here's Josh Hennessy. Hennessy around Anssi Salmela. Gets it to Tambellini. Tambellini, the 5'11" Canadian. A nice addition in all three zones for head coach Sam Hallam. Tambellini started the season off with Djurgården. Here's Murphy. Murphy got it ahead to Kiskinen. Kiskinen with an assist. He had 3 shots on goal in the first 20 minutes of play. And I thought he was the best player for the Lakers, if not the best player on the ice in period 1. Here's Marcel Muller. Muller trying to protect the puck against the dogged work of Olli Palola. Palola and Froberg now. And again, Muller just too slow on the puck right there, much like Garrett Rowe on the game's opening goal. And now Palola trying to put on a Showtime move, and Palola at the last second lost the handle, and Fogstrom will put it out into the neutral zone. Palola, though, not to be deterred, will come right back up the gut, looking for Kiskinen. Olli Palola of Finland, Thomas Kiskinen also of Finland. There's some familiarity between these two, and you can see it every time they step on the ice. And they look for the game's second goal there, and it takes the captain of Linköping, Nicholas Persson, and his monumental effort to get the puck down. But you can see dogged work, straight back, one and done for Linköping. Brodecki. Växjö looked much more poised on the puck in the offensive zone, much more patient to cycle the puck, to take hits along the wall. And as they come back to Balin, Balin to Brodecki. Brodecki ripped it on target, and somehow that puck stays out. Well, back to that point, the Lakers happy to take the hits like that. Everberg. Everberg out front, oh, you beauty! Everberg, puck to Twine, oh so fine, it's 2-0 Lakers. Everberg with his 18th, and boy, that was some kind of effort. Palola leads the team with 19, but Everberg has his 18th. And I had not just finished saying that the Lakers look much more poised. They're willing to take hits like this to make plays happen. And who is it? Everberg. Everberg gets hit by 2 players there, by Ginning and Persson. Squeaks away from them, and Brodecki gets him the puck. So he takes a hit to keep the play alive, and then he goes to the net and takes the pass from Brodecki for the goal. Everberg assisted by Brodecki and Peterson. And the point of that is they're willing to take those hits to make plays in the offensive zone. Everberg with a fantastic example of it, whereas Linköping come down, they dump the puck in, and then they peel away. Certainly not getting set up, certainly not spending as much time in the O zone as they would like, Linköping. And now Lilia will try and change that trend. He gets it to Mattis Olam. Olam. Back to Lilia, and Leno intercepts that. Here's Netterberg. Netterberg trying to split the defense, but a good play by Anton Carlson to dispossess him, albeit momentarily, as Netterberg is right back in there. Netterberg off the wall to Martinson. Martinson in deep. Here's Hennessy. Hennessy for Holm. Holm up into the netting, but what a second period by the Lakers. You can see why they are at the top of the table with efforts like that. Everberg's 18th from Brodecki and Emil Peterson, making it 2-0. So there's Everberg. He takes a hit from Ginning and the captain Persson. Then, instead of just giving up because he's hit, he peels away, goes to the net, receives the pass from Brodecki, and buries it in behind Hogberg for the 2-0 lead. Froberg scored 15 seconds into period 2, his 9th from Kiskinen, to start off the goal-scoring account of the Lakers in this second last game of the regular season. 2 points in the last 2 games would give them the regular season crown. To win outright here would take them to 102 points, and they would be uncatchable by anyone, including the Frölunda Indians in second place. Linköping coming into this game 3rd in the table. Here's Corey Murphy. Murphy dishes it off. Quick shot by Tambellini. Hennessy's in front, but no rebound there as Hogberg knocked it in behind the net. Murphy to Karnback. Karnback walks out front and throws it through the blue paint. Nobody touches it in front, and Holm will keep it in deep. Tambellini with some good work on the end wall, but Brock Little has seen enough for Linköping, and he will skate it out to the red line, make sure there's no icing, and dump it down on Eriksson, who has not been busy in period 2 whatsoever. Shots on goal after 20 minutes of play were 12-7 in favor of Växjö, and they have certainly ratcheted that up in the second. Here's Ginning. Ginning to Little. Little to Adam Ginning. Brock Little on the point. Wrist shot tipped in front by Foxstrom, but it doesn't get through, and Palola will get it out into the neutral zone as we approach the 9-minute mark in period 2. 11 minutes to play in the middle frame. Brock Little went down on one knee to try and grab that loose puck, but Balin will try and get out. Tornquist out front for Little. Oh boy, what a nice play by Little on the hard work by Tornquist. And this is what I was talking about. This is what they have not been doing enough. They have not been making hits, sacrificing the body to make plays, but there Tornquist does. Here's Balin. Balin a long way from his defensive position, snuck in behind everyone looking for his 5th goal of the season, but a good stop by Hogberg. Back to Tornquist though. Hard in on the forecheck, doesn't give up. 2 or 3 hits from Tornquist in that sequence. Gets it out to Brock Little, and Brock Little nearly had one back for Linköping. And that is something that Dan Tangnes, the head coach of Linköping, will want to see more here in period 2. They've had a lot of one-and-done situations where they get in, they get a shot or dump it in, and right back the other way comes the likes of Kiskinen and Olli Palola. Tornquist, though, at the end of a magnificent shift, he's trying to change that trend. Vilmos Gallo couldn't get away from Emil Peterson. Lundberg and Martinson collapse there. They get it to the line no further. Carlson keeps it in momentarily, and Brodecki will get it ahead. Brodecki ahead to Emil Pettersson. Pettersson shot up and out of play with 9:46 remaining in period 2. But what a change of pace by the first place team in the SHL here in period 2. And it all started with that 15 seconds into the second period goal by Froberg. Shots on goal 19-9 now. They are out shooting Linköping 7-2 in the middle period. 0 for 2 on the power play for Linköping. The Lakers still have yet to have a power play in this contest. Frölunda trailing Skellefteå 1-0. A loss there for Frölunda, and I'm pretty sure they will reset. They won't be worried about catching the Lakers at this point. They will be looking to get their playoff run underway and defending their SHL championship. The Lakers looking for their 27th win of the season in this contest. 27th regulation win. They have 7 overtime wins as well. Djurgården beating Leksand 3-0. Rögle over Örebro. Close game between Malmö and Färjestad. Go to shl.se for the out-of-town scoreboard. And, of course, the live table. This table shows that if the Lakers hold on to win, they would go to 102 points. They love the live table in the SHL. Live right with the score line. Here is Murphy. Murphy punches it through, and Hogberg, he almost caught that, or tracked that late as Sebastian Karlsson was going to the point, his own winger. And luckily for him, there was no one in front there to tip that, because I don't think Hogberg saw that off the stick of Murphy, but he makes a save there because he squared to the shooter. Here's Larson. The Lakers, even without Captain Liam Reddicks, one of their top players, Robert Rosen, who has 11 goals on the season, and one of their top defensemen, Calle Rosen, with 19 points. With those 3 gentlemen out of the line, especially Liam Reddicks, he's such an important part of the Växjö Lakers. All 3 of those players not in the lineup, and they still are able to come out and dominate here in period 2 for Linköping. Christian Nikiva and Emil Christensen not in the lineup. Here's Larson. Larson. With Nikiva and Christensen out, Larson is getting plenty of ice time, as is Anssi Salmela for Linköping. Here's Josefsson. Holm dancing away from Sebastian Karlsson. He goes up the middle. That comes off a stick. It will be an icing call against the Lakers with 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in period 2. Live IIHF Division 1B World Championship from Belfast. Exclusive on your home for hockey, Premier Sports. It starts April 23rd with Team Great Britain versus Croatia. Go to premiersports.com for all your upcoming IIHF information. We also have the Top Pool World Championships facing off May 5th with 2 games, Sweden, Russia, and the Czech Republic versus the defending champions, Canada. Looking forward to calling both the Division 1B World Championships and, of course, the Top Pool World Championships. This man, Sam Hallam, looking forward to the playoffs and trying to win their second title. They were the 2015 SHL champions. Linköping, no national titles on their hockey CV as of yet. They were finalists in 2007 and 2008. Head coach Dan Tagnes would like to rewrite that bit of history. Here's Balin. D to D. Oliver Bohm will dump it hard in. Bohm has played a magnificent defensive game, letting Balin get forward. He's had a couple of shifts with Corey Murphy as well. Corey Murphy and Balin, a very offensive-minded defenseman, so you need to have a stay-at-home guy with Nick Balin and Corey Murphy. Nick Balin playing with Bohm on this shift. Balin takes that out of the air. It was a pass intended for Jacob Lilia. You can see what I mean, though. Back to that sort of dump in, that one and done. But here, a little bit more pressure. And I jinxed it because Linköping right there, they dump it, and looks like Växjö were going to get the puck out in that one and done situation, but some good pressure from Gabriel Carlson kept the puck in, but now Anssi Salmela lets it drift out, and he will retreat all the way in behind his own net, being watched by Froberg. Little to Ginning. Ahead for Garrett Rowe. Rowe would love to atone for that gaff on the first goal from Froberg. He gives the puck away to Kiskinen, and Kiskinen to Froberg, and it was 1-0 just 15 seconds into period 2. Here's Ginning. Ginning knocked down by Palola. Garrett Rowe in against Froberg, trying to, as I said, atone for that mistake earlier on. Martinson with the shot. Hogberg didn't see that till the last second. Luckily for Hogberg and Linköping, that was wide. Here's Lundgren. Lundgren can't get it out. Kiskinen with a good stick in the shooting or the passing lane. Palola back to Martinson. Martinson back to Ole Palola. Palola on 19 goals this season. He sits third in the SHL. He'd love to get his 20th. Of course, Kevin Clark of Brynäs leads all scorers with 22 tallies on the season. 6:45 remaining in period 2. Växjö 2, Linköping no score. Froberg and Everberg, the sharpshooters for the home side. Larson, he's in deep from his defensive position, and right now Emil Peterson looks up. He knows he's got a forward in Nicholas Persson playing defense. They try and exploit that, but Eddie Larson will get back into position. Everberg to Brodecki. Brodecki back out front, and what a chance for Emil Peterson. Blocked and up and out of play. Emil Peterson looking for his 10th goal of the season. He can't get it on target. Good defensive play by Linköping. They collapse in front of their goalkeeper, Marcus Hogberg. They know they cannot afford to go down 3-0 to this first place side of Växjö. Anton Carlson to Tornquist. They play give and go. That drifts away from Carlson all the way down on Joachim Eriksson. He will hold on with pressure coming from all sides. Joachim Eriksson, a 2.01 goals against average and a .917 save percentage coming into this evening's contest. His counterpart, Marcus Hogberg, between the pipes for Linköping, a 1.89 goals against average and a .931 save percentage. Hogberg has been stingy, but he has been beaten for 2. He certainly couldn't have been faulted on the Froberg goal. It was a giveaway by Garrett Rowe. And Everberg just with a perfect play going to the net hard. Well, neither goal really the fault of Marcus Hogberg, and Joachim Eriksson hasn't had a lot of rubber here in period 2. Just the 7 shots in the first stanza as well on target for Linköping. Hogberg doesn't like the look of Leno and Netterberg cruising around, so he will hold on for a face-off deep in the defensive zone. 5 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in period 2. A live NHL doubleheader from 12:40 a.m. later this evening. Flyers at Sabres, and then stick around for Predators at Ducks from 3:40 a.m. Plenty of NHL top flight HD hockey coming up later after this SHL contest. It's been played at a breakneck pace as well. That first period blew by in the blink of an eye. Ginning trying to stay with Emil Pettersson. Brodecki hard in there. Brodecki's had a good game. He's been a thorn in the side of Linköping, especially in the defensive zone for the visitors. Here's Balin. Emil Pettersson on the backhand, end of a long shift for him. Brodecki against Ginning, and Brodecki strips the youngster. Brodecki again. As I said, he has been a real thorn in the side for Linköping. Everberg turning and firing, trying to get it past Lundgren. Lundgren with a good block, and Everberg breaks the stick. Ginning in transition, gains the red line, gains the blue line, off of Oliver Boehm's stick. It falls for Jacob Lilia. Lilia in double team by Pettersson and Balin. Boehm up the right side for Nils Karnback. Karnback does just enough to get it ahead, and Emil Pettersson, an absolutely mammoth shift from him, well over a minute and a half long. Here is Tambellini. Tambellini ahead for Karnback. Tambellini has the puck on a string, goes back to the point. Martinson. Martinson with the shot, and that was blocked down. Martinson forced that at the offensive line, and Gordon nearly sent himself away on a breakaway with that block, but Gordon will make changes now. Martinson goes ahead. He is not deterred. He gets it to Tambellini. Tambellini and Josh Hennessy working hard, and now Hennessy's going to go. Hennessy gets his stick in against Garrett Rowe. The Lakers touch up. Hogberg was trying to get to the bench for a 6-on-5 situation. Well, that man, Josh Hennessy, will go for tripping, and it will be the third power play of the game for Linköping. They are, of course, 0 for 2 thus far. Watch, Hennessy gets the stick between the legs of Garrett Rowe, and Garrett Rowe with his feet moving. He goes down, and it's an easy call for the referee in behind the play, Tobias Bjork. There's Dan Tangas. He knows what a luxury to have 3 power plays in this contest, and he would like to take advantage of that. Persson trying to win it from Josefsson. Persson does a good job getting it back. Salmela. Anssi Salmela with the back cycle. Garrett Rowe forward playing the blue line on the point as well. Rowe gets the shot through. And I think Linköping, we said off the top, they would miss Christian Nikiva on the power play, and they certainly have missed Christian Nikiva. Nikiva played in the AHL for Milwaukee last season. He had 22 points on the year for Linköping, and he quarterbacks their power play. They have really missed Christian Nikiva in this situation. Here's Anssi Salmela! A rocket! Power play goal, Salmela! Anssi Salmela with his 4th goal of this season, a cannonading blast from the point on the power play. Just as I lamented how much they missed Christian Nikiva in this role, Anssi Salmela steps forward. It's an absolute rocket. Low and away. We talked about the hand structure, the hand setup of the goalie. He's got blocker on the left, glove on the right. He can't get the glove across, and it's cleanly by Salmela. A power play goal assisted by Rowe and Brock Little. Salmela, what a time for a power play goal. And I said it, they knew or felt on that bench what a luxury to have 3 power play chances against a very disciplined team, the Lakers, and they finally get one. Anssi Salmela, his 4th of the season. Garrett Rowe with his 20th assist, and Brock Little with an amazing 33rd helper of the season. Brock Little now on 50 points. 17 goals and 33 assists for Brock Little. He's chasing down Joachim Lindstrom, who has 52 points coming into tonight's action for Skellefteå. 2-1 Lakers. Broberg and Everberg for the home side. Salmela answering back on the power play. The 1 tally for Linköping. Emil Pettersson versus Nicholas Persson. Big defensive zone face-off for the captain, and Nicholas Persson will be waved out, unfortunately, if you're a Linköping fan. Silfgaard will come in, so Emil Pettersson tries to exploit that for the Lakers, and does. And now they come back. They try and get that 2-goal lead straight away. Emil Pettersson went to the front and tipped that play from the point. Everberg and Brodecki hard in on Gabriel Carlsson. Carlsson with Brodecki all over his back there. Manages to get the puck out. Nicholas Persson in for Silfgaard. Now let's see if they can avoid that one-and-done scenario? Can they work hard in this last 2 minutes in the O-zone and try and tie this up late? Seelfgaard certainly thinks that that's achievable. Seelfgaard back against the grain. Vilmos Gallo. A day late and a dollar short there as Nick Balin tries to go straight up the middle. That's knocked down. Salmela pinches in, and big 6'5" Dennis Everberg will get in behind him and dump it down for the Lakers. Less than 2 minutes to play, period 2. Mattis Olim gains the red line, dumps it forward, but there's that one-and-done scenario. Lundberg comes ahead. Lundberg against the grain, finding time and space. Ville Leno tries to get in there against Salmela. Josefsson joins the fracas, but now Gabriel Carlson. They didn't like the left side option. They go up the right side. Here's Lilia. Lilia tries to turn Martinson inside out, but Martinson stayed with the puck. Martinson tries to get it forward for Josefsson. Good play by Lilia. Lilia pulls Martinson down, but play goes on. Now Lilia will have a chance to walk out front. He tried to hook up there with Andrew Gordon, but Gordon's stick was being lifted from behind. It was a good play by Pontus Netterberg. Martinson in a dogfight with Mattis Olim. Olim out front for Gordon. Gordon tried to go back against the grain for Lilia. Now Lilia, he had a broken stick to contend with, and he shoots it ahead at Josefsson. The fans wanted a penalty call there. Leno trying to go forward. Lundgren blocks that, and it looks like we have a penalty call in behind the plays. We saw that broken stick lying there. Hopefully we'll get a replay from our Swedish host broadcaster. You can't shoot a stick towards, well, there he comes, Lilia. Lilia out of frustration. Watch Lilia. So he's up against a broken stick here. Josefsson skating away, and Lilia shoots the broken stick at Josefsson, I guess out of frustration, but in the letter of the law, you see Emil Seelfgaard is bleeding. Not for the faint of heart this game. Let's have a look how Seelfgaard. Well, Seelfgaard comes in, and it looks like on the follow-through, the stick of Balin came up, but no call. So it is the first power play of the game for the Lakers. One for 3 on the man advantage, Linköping. First power play of the game, and it is a, well, they're calling it a delay game, or I guess you could call it throwing the stick, because we all remember that blooper video in the NHL where guys on a breakaway and the defenseman can't catch him starts Shibazolf Samuelsson throwing his stick and his gloves to try and stop the breakaway. Well, Lilia with the bad play, and now Everberg tries to swoop it behind Hogberg, and Hogberg knows they cannot go down by 2 again. 16 seconds remaining in period 2. Watch Everberg get out and stretch. Everberg and Hogberg are huge men, both at 6'5", and Everberg trying to use his reach, but he could not outreach Hogberg's left leg. But Lilia shooting that broken stick towards Josefsson, the right call made by the referee Per Claesson. And unless the Lakers can get something special going here, they will have a carryover power play. There's the official call, throwing the stick. Balin hands it off to Peterson. Peterson with the shot, and Foxstrom just calmly dumps it down, looks up at the clock, and just 2 ticks remaining, and the buzzer will sound on 40 minutes of play. Växjö with a 2-1 lead, and they'll have a carryover man advantage of roughly a minute and 5 seconds, I believe, but they have that 2-1 lead. They have a power play to start period 3 on home ice. 2-1 after 40 minutes of play. I'm Aaron Murphy. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back with live third period action from Vida Arena after this intermission break. Froberg, his 9th, 15 seconds into the second period, got the Lakers off and running. Kiskinen with his 18th assist there. Everberg made it 2-0, his 18th from Brodecki and Emil Peterson. Salmela, a power play goal for Linköping, kept them in touch, his 4th from Rowe and Little. Shots on goal 22-11. There were 12-7 after the first period, so just 4 shots on goal. They were outshot 10-4 in the second period. Linköping, not enough pucks on the net to try and cause any problems for Joachim Eriksson. Although the Salmela goal, nothing Eriksson could do. It was an absolute rocket from the point. You see that live table. If this continues, the Lakers would go to 102 points. They will not be caught if that happens by for London, Linköping, or HV71. So a win here, or even a win in overtime, 2 points would give the Lakers the SHL's regular season mantle. The 2015 SHL champions will be looking to get back to that playoff final like they did in 2015. They have a carryover power play now. Lilia is in the box for shooting that broken stick at Josefsson. 45 seconds remain. Linköping 1 for 3 on the power play. This is the first power play for the Lakers. Here's Everberg. Everberg has that go-ahead goal, his 18th, and it was a thing of beauty. He took a hit from Ginning and Persson and then peeled away from the hit, went to the net, and took a pass, beating Hogberg. 20 seconds remaining in the Lilia Minor. Here's Emil Pettersson. He has an assist on that Everberg goal. Emil Pettersson so smoothly in over the line. Cross ice. Gives it off to Palola. Oli Palola looking for his 20th goal of the season. And Hogberg comes at least a foot outside the blue paint, aggressively making that stop on the penalty kill for Linköping. Maybe even 2 feet outside that blue paint, as he knows Oli Palola, the most dangerous shooter for the Lakers, is coming down that right side. Josefsson versus Fogström. Fogström with a big face-off win. Here's Eddie Larsson. Larsson will just dump it up and down, and that'll do it. Lilia out of the box. 0 for 1 with the man advantage are the Lakers. 5-on-5 hockey resumes at Vida Arena. Hope you're enjoying this game. First versus third, and it's got an ear of a playoff matchup. Maybe a playoff matchup down the line for these two teams. You can reach out at Murph on Ice, at Premier Sports TV, at SHLSE. Erik Josefsson wearing the captain's C this evening with Liam Reddix out of the lineup. We talked about it earlier. No Calle Rosen, no Robert Rosen, no Liam Reddix for the Lakers. For Linköping, Christian Nikiva and Emil Christensen, the big names that are not a part of the roster this evening. Here's Philip Holm. Holm to Ville Leino. Former Flyer and Buffalo Sabre, Ville Leino. He's also played in the KHL. Played in all the top leagues in the hockey world, Leino. And he took a little slash on the hand there. Leino going to the bench. We'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully we'll get a replay. Here's Holm. Philip Holm a long way from his blue line position. And now he's trying to dance away from the youngster Ginning. Mattis Olam comes in to help out Ginning, and you can see Holm, he wants to retreat to the blue line. He does so. Nils Karnback came in there, but Mattis Olam will skate it away for Linköping. Mattis Olam up the gut looking for Lilia. Lilia with fresh legs after serving that penalty. Smooth move by Martinson. Martinson, who leads all Lakers skaters with 13 minutes and 22 seconds time on ice through 2 periods. Well, a dangerous move. You don't want to stick handle at your own blue line, but Martinson got away with it there. Anssi Salmela leads all skaters in ice time with 16 minutes and 42 seconds time on ice through the first 2 periods. Kiskinen with 4 shots on goal for the Lakers, leading all shooters in the shots on goal category. The only thing that matters, though, is that 2-1 scoreline. Froberg and Everberg for the Lakers. Salmela, a power play blast from the point for Linköping. Linköping 4-1 in their past 5 games played, but they are 0-3 against the Lakers this season. They have been outscored 13-4 by Växjö in the previous 3 matchups in this 2016-17 campaign. Palola keeps it in deep. Here comes Kiskinen. Now, Kiskinen was the best player on the ice in period 1. Despite the excellence of Växjö in period 2, he was pretty quiet. And you can be sure that Kiskinen will factor down the stretch here in period 3 for the Lakers as they try and seal up this regular season title. Here's Balin. Balin, so smooth, goes back up the left side for Bohm. Bohm to Brodecki. Brodecki to Everberg. Everberg with a hot shot down the left side off the back foot, but it's gloved by Hogberg with 16:23 to go. That's a good stop. He's going left to right from his left to right. He has to make a big stop there and earlier on Kiskinen. Froberg looking for his second of the game as well. And Hogberg has been the busier goalie. Växjö outshooting Linköping 2-1, 22-11 after 40 minutes of play. Well, it could be worse if it wasn't for the strong goaltending of Marcus Hogberg for Linköping. He was the 78th overall pick by the Ottawa Senators back in 2013. Came into this game with a 189 goals against average and a 931 save percentage. 16 wins as well for Hogberg. He has been magnificent for Linköping. Here's Vilmos Gallo. Turned back at the red line. Gabriel Carlson follows up on that and will dump it in for Gallo. Gallo trying to get it away from Joachim Eriksson. And this is, we talked about in the second period, it's just one and done. I don't want to go down that path every time, but Linköping haven't been able to sustain any offensive zone pressure for any sort of stretch of time against the Lakers in this game. They've got a power play goal, yes, but just 4 shots on goal in period 2. One of those ending up in the net on the power play, but they've had no zone time, no pressure down low, no cycling of the puck, and that is something, if they're going to get back into this game, they need to get that done. It's something that Everberg, Froberg, Kiskinen, guys like that for the Lakers have certainly been able to cycle the puck in the offensive zone for Växjö, and they've been willing to take hits to make those plays, as we saw Everberg take almost a double hit from Ginning and Persson when he scored that goal. Brock Little knocked down by Hennessy. Here's Lundgren. Lundgren trying to force it through, blocked by Corey Murphy, but that fell fortuitously for Brock Little, but Little wastes the opportunity as he turns and fires it through the crease with nobody home. Josefsson will dump it hard down. That'll be an icing call against the Lakers with 14 minutes and 38 seconds left in the third period. Andrew Gordon, 8 goals and 15 assists on the season. Gordon with 55 NHL games played with Washington, Anaheim, and Vancouver against Ville Leino. 286 NHL games played for Ville Leino, and they had a little coming together there. And I think Andrew Gordon had a point there. He was kind of attacked from behind by Leino. Here's Tambellini. Tambellini, 242 NHL games played in the career of Jeff Tambellini. And Tambellini has been very good defensively in this game for the Lakers. Here he is wearing 7 in blue. Nils Karnback in there as well. Tambellini trying to free that puck forward, but it's gloved ahead by Anssi Salmela. Salmela, the referee, Tobias Bjork, was telling everyone to move the puck, and Salmela moved it with his hand. Quick shot by Martinson. Hogberg gets a piece of that. Josh Hennessy tries to keep the puck in, but Tornquist will get it out into the neutral zone, and Tornquist does a good job just kicking it forward. Here's Nils Karnback. 13:45 remaining in the third stanza. Arvid Lundberg. Lundberg with the stretch pass. He was looking for the dangerous figure of Kiskinen. Kiskinen couldn't corral it. He got a piece of it, though, so no icing. Here's Garrett Rowe. Rowe with a good play to Carlson. Carlson with the shot. Ken-Andre Olam in front trying to make that screen, but the puck skitters away. Here's Carlson again. Anton Carlson with 2 looks at net. Both times it didn't get through cleanly. Garrett Rowe doesn't want to touch it up. And Garrett Rowe on the delayed offside nearly gave the fans, the traveling fans of Linköping, a heart attack there, but they will get reset. He wanted the Lakers to touch the puck. The Lakers finally clubbing at it. Here's Olam. Olam drifts that through, and Brock Little nearly got a piece of that. Brock Little with an assist on the power play goal by Salmela now has 50 points on the season. Kiskinen's shot off of Lundgren, up and out of play. 12:47 remaining in period 3. Stick around later this evening. We have a live NHL doubleheader from 12:40 a.m. The Flyers visit Buffalo to play the Sabres, and then later, 3:40 a.m., the Nashville Predators are in Anaheim to play the Ducks. And our SHL coverage continues on the last night of the regular season, this Thursday, March 9th, HV 71 versus Farjestad, 10:05 p.m. Here's Holm. Holm to Brodecki. Brodecki to Everberg. He tries to golf that along the wall for Emil Pettersson. Emil Pettersson comes hard in on the puck. So smooth for a big man at 6'3", covers a lot of ground, and he and Everberg are really hard to contain down low. And this is what I was talking about. It always seems to be able to cycle the puck, the Lakers, when these guys are out here. It looks almost like a power play at times when the Everberg line is out here. Very rarely do they have that one and out scenario against. Fogstrom can't keep the puck in deep. Tornquist comes in to help out, though, and he gets it back to Lundgren. Lundgren with the shot. Sebastian Karlsson got a piece of that. It deflects into the corner. Now Balin, or Holm, rather. Holm tried to swipe that away, and Sebastian Karlsson. Good shift by Sebastian Karlsson. We've got to give credit where it's due. When I say that they haven't had a lot of zone time because guys haven't been sacrificing the body, well, Sebastian Karlsson, he's one guy that has tried to do that for Linköping. Hogberg holds it up. Lundgren tucked in behind his own goal. Nicholas Lundgren would like to have a big game as well. He's a former member of the Lakers. He spent the 4 previous years before this campaign with Växjö. Quick shot by Lilia, drifting it wide. We've got Eddie Larsson and Nicholas Lundgren, 2 important defensemen for Linköping, have both spent long stretches with the Växjö Lakers, and you always want to play good against your own team. Lundgren and Larsson have been good in the defensive capacity in this game, no question. And they are still in this game despite the fact they haven't had any of that offensive zone pressure for long stretches. Here's Lilia. Lundberg gets there first. Pontus Nederberg. Nederberg being watched closely there by Olam. Out front for Gordon. What an opportunity. Andrew Gordon looking for his 9th goal of the season. Frustrated on this occasion. Pontus Nederberg, though, he couldn't move the puck quickly. And that is, well, that's terrible. Gordon will look at the top corner, and he put it at least 2 feet over the crossbar. I thought maybe the defenseman's stick got into the shooting lane. It didn't. And Gordon just misfires there, putting it up and over the net. Nederberg with an uncharacteristic giveaway in his own zone for the Lakers. And Andrew Gordon, he could have made them pay there. It would have been 2-2 with half of the 3rd period still on the docket. Up and over the net. 2 number 9s now, Karlsson and Hennessy. Karlsson does a good job against Hennessy. But I tell you what, Nils Karnback has quietly had a solid game for the Växjö Lakers. Nils Karnback, 2 goals and 4 assists. He spent most of this season with the Växjö under-20 side. But with both Liam Reddix and Robert Rosen out of the lineup, Nils Karnback has played some meaningful minutes for the Lakers in this game. Here's Brock Little. Outside of Balin. Little all the way around the loop. Little to Lundgren. Lundgren with the shot. Deflected in front by Garrett Rowe into the corner. Eriksson didn't see it. A good play by Rowe to take away the eyes of the Lakers netminder. Here's Karnback. Karnback, who had that good play earlier after Karlsson made a good defensive play against Josh Hennessy. Everyone forgot about Karnback, and he nearly had a scoring opportunity. Nice to see some of these under-20 players in a pressure cooker situation step up. We've got Adam Ginning, who's not even 17 yet, playing meaningful minutes for Linköping in this game, and Nils Karnback, still eligible to play at the under-20 level, has not looked out of place for the Lakers in this one. 9:20 remaining, period 3. Lakers 2, Linköping 1. Holm will dump it in. Hogberg comes out to play it for Salmela. Salmela throws it into space. Nobody home in a white jersey. Emil Pettersson now trying to freeze the puck away from Tornquist. Gets it back to the point. Balin. That was wide, and Sebastian Karlsson will try and steady the ship back to Anssi Salmela. Anssi Salmela, 112 NHL games played in his career with the New Jersey Devils and the old Atlanta Thrashers. Here he is, Salmela. Gabriel Karlsson, 28-13. The shots overall 6-2 in favor of the Lakers in period 3. 13 shots through 2.5 periods is pedestrian for a team like Linköping. They're a better team than that. Certainly they do miss Christian Nikiva on the back end running the power play, but some of their top forwards have not stepped up with an aggressive game in the O-zone at Vita Arena this evening. Still plenty of time, though. That can be changed on any shift with the quality they have on this Linköping roster. Anton Karlsson trying to walk in off the blue line, but Lundberg will scoop it up on the backhand. Knocked down by Vilmos Gallo. Good play by Gallo. Here's Muller. Now, Muller is a big, strong winger, 6'4", 220 pounds. And Muller had a pretty good first period. He went AWOL in period 2. They would really like Marcel Muller, the former DEL standout with Krefeld, to get going, but back the other way. Nederberg. He had the shot stopped by Hogberg, and then he threw it back against the grain, trying to bank it in, and it nearly did go across the line. Good play by Nederberg. Run and gun stuff now as Lilia comes back for Linköping. Matt Hisolem on the left wing, dumping it in for Lilia, but Balin takes over. Balin, dangerous pass up the middle, but it's onto the stick of Leno. Leno for Nederberg, and Nederberg had some kind of chance to put an extra nail in the coffin here for Växjö. And he would love that 2-goal lead back, and the referee gets all tied up with Lundgren in behind the play. I think that was Per Claesson who went down heavily. Here's Little, Brock Little, stick handling in a phone booth. He rips it wide, but he will draw a penalty. What a flash of brilliance from Brock Little, the top point getter for Linköping. Nearly tied it up there on the Lone Ranger rush. Tripping call coming up against the Lakers. 4th power play advantage now for Linköping, trailing by a goal. They are being heavily outshot. The face-offs in favor of Växjö as well, but all of those statistical deficits, if you will, for Linköping can be wiped clean if they could get a power play goal here. It's Philip Holm going for Tripping. The Lakers under pressure as Brock Little just seemed to sprint out of nowhere. Brock Little, the Yale alumni in his 3rd year with the club, going close, but kept his feet moving. He will draw a penalty. It will be, as mentioned, Philip Holm for Tripping. 4th power play of the game for Dan Tagnes on your left, the head coach of Linköping. His assistant coaches, Claes Osterman and Johan Ackerman, also on your screen. Their only goal in the game has been a power play tally. Salmela's 4th. This is how it looks right now, the live table. Växjö came into the action this evening with 99 points. This scoreline through 60 minutes would give them 102. And then Linköping came in with 93. They would like to keep pace and get up to 96 points. Of course, Frölunda came into action this evening in 2nd place on 94 points. Check SHL.sc for all the out-of-town scores. A busy night, all 14 teams in action, 7 games around Sweden. And our magnificent contest very close with 6:52 remaining in the 3rd. Garrett Rowe wins the important power play offensive zone face-off. Rowe, who was the culprit on the giveaway for that Froberg goal 15 seconds into the 2nd period. He'd like to atone. He nearly does there as Muller. Finally, Marcel Muller, using his size and strength, nearly got a good look at goal there. Muller trying to get it ahead to the captain person, Brock Little. Showing you that speed again, the speed that drew that penalty from Philip Holm, the tripping call. Here's Little. Little back to Garrett Rowe with a one-timer. And Joachim Eriksson covers up. Garrett Rowe with 15 goals on the season. And right there you can see Persson, the captain, is desperately trying to get in front to screen Joachim Eriksson, and he was just a beat off the play. Salmela with 20 minutes and 26 seconds time on ice. He had 16 minutes and 42 seconds through the first 2 periods. And this is where I do think Linköping misses Christian Nikiva, but Antti Salmela with that power play goal in the 2nd certainly was atoning. They're missing Christian Nikiva. Here's Garrett Rowe out front again. High stick coming now. Martinson's stick came up into the face of Brock Little. And there's going to be a 5-on-3 situation. Brock Little went down in a heap, and now the referee, Tobias Bjork, looking to see if he is cut. Martinson. Garrett Rowe gets the shot through. Muller punches it back against the green, and look at the stick come up from Martinson into the grill of Brock Little. Not intentional. You've got to be in control of your stick, though. The right call made on the ice. Brock Little saying he is cut. We will wait for the referees. Well, he looks cut to me. It should be 2+2. Or high sticking. We have a 5-on-4 already on this situation as Philip Holm is in the box for tripping. The 4-man system, they will come together, they will make the right call. If you want to be considered a professional hockey league, a 4-man system has to be put in place, especially in big games like this. Martinson will get, I believe he will get 2+2. He has to if the player is cut, and Brock Little certainly looked cut there after the follow-through from Eric Martinson. 6:03 to go, period 3. Lakers 2, Linköping 1. It is a 5-on-3 situation. Linköping's only goal came on the power play in period 2. Salmela's fourth from Rowe and Little. Well, Brock Little is cut, but he does not need stitches. He's got that Band-Aid underneath his lower lip, and it is 2+2 for Martinson on the high sticking call. 5-on-3 situation. Chance for Linköping to tie this match up. Here's Gordon. Gordon to Salmela. Plenty of time, plenty of space. No need to rush anything. Rowe across for Little. What a stop by Eriksson. Well, they didn't need to rush it, but that happened very quickly. Such is the class of Brock Little. Växjö took their time out, as you saw, and that was smart from Coach Sam Hallam to try and get some rest and refocus for this 5-on-3 against the Lakers. Here's Salmela. Salmela to Rowe. Rowe wants to go backdoor to Brock Little. They go back to Gordon. Gordon with the one-timer tipped by Brock Little, but it was wide. 27 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3 situation. Here's Gordon. Gordon to Salmela. Salmela wanted to one-time that, but the pass was in his feet. He will call switch with Gordon. Salmela with the hot shot. Blockered away by Eriksson. Here's Brock Little! Brock Little scores! Power play goal. Linköping were tied at 2. Brock Little with his 18th goal of the season. What work by Salmela. Call switch with Gordon, blockered away, and then the slap pass by Gordon, a thing of beauty. Everyone thought he was going to shoot. No, he's passing to Brock Little, and he goes forehand, backhand, back of the net. Gordon and Salmela will draw assists. 2-2. They score on the 5-on-3. They have 2 power play goals in the game. They trail 2-0 in period 2, and they have fought back. They have fought back despite very little offensive zone time, especially 5-on-5. Here's Balin. Balin being watched by Mattis Olam. Still 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the 5-on-4. Remember, it was a 2+2 for high sticking against Martinson. And that goal came when the 5-on-3 situation, because Holm was off for tripping. And I'll tell you what a game by Salmela. A goal and an assist, stepping up big time. Antti Salmela with Christian Nikiva out of the lineup, and Gordon with a lovely pass right there. Gordon's 16th assist of the season. And for Antti Salmela, his 14th assist of the season on Brock Little's 18th goal. Little is up to 51 points right now. He came into the action this evening trailing Joakim Lindström. Lindström starting this evening's action with 52 points. Skellefteå are beating Frölunda, so we'll have to see how Mr. Lindström does in that game. And all teams have 1 game left on Thursday. And for individual statistics, I guess there's time for a scoring title to be won if you are Brock Little. Still time on the power play, 1:50 remaining in the 5-on-4. This is the second part of the 2+2. Linköping trying to keep it in. Garrett Rowe, when Antti Salmela will chase it down. Salmela over the red line, across the blue line to Little, or rather, to Ken-Andre Olam. There's Persson, the captain, to Ken-Andre Olam. Persson goes to the front of the net. Persson trying to put up the screen and a tip all at once, but it comes to Brock Little now. Little with a goal and an assist, looking for more. Can they overturn Växjö after trailing 2-0? Not on this sequence, as it will be dumped up and down by Bohm. 3:05 to go, period 3, a minute to go in the 5th power play of the game for Linköping. They are 2 for 4. Salmela and Little with power play goals. Olam back to the point. Here's Larson. Larson to Mattis Olam. Now Ken-Andre Olam to his brother Mattis. Larson to Gordon. Gordon with the one-timer. He fans on that, and now Bohm tries to sweep it away from Carlson. Here comes Froberg short-handed. Froberg doing everything he can to get away from Olam. Froberg protects the puck nicely. He A-frames, throws it back against the grain there, looking for Tambellini. But Anton Carlson boxed out on Tambellini, and Anton Carlson will take over with 15 seconds remaining in the second part of the 2+2 on the high stick against Eric Martinson. Lilia for Fogstrom. Nicholas Fogstrom, his second year with Linköping, 6 goals on the season. Fogstrom, the former member of Luleå. The power play is over, 2 for 5. Martinson back out on the ice, but the damage done. The goal was scored on the 5-on-3. It was Brock Little's 18th of the season to go along with an assist earlier. He has 50 points on the campaign now, or 51 points rather. Came into the action this evening with 49. Olli Palola of Växjö has 46 points. He is yet to factor in this game. A minute 30 remaining at Vida Arena. Will we see a hero step forward in this last shift, or will we have extra hockey in Växjö? In our last 4 Swedish Hockey League broadcasts before this game, we've had 3 overtime games. We've had close games down the stretch here in the SHL regular season as teams try and get ready for playoff form. Shot by Salmela, rips through the blue paint. Lundgren with the shot, now tipped in front, Rowe! Hey ho, what do you know? Garrett Rowe, 3-2 Linköping. Garrett Rowe with his 16th of the season. We said it earlier when he coughed up the puck on the Froberg goal early in period 2 that he would want to atone. Well, boy, oh boy, has he played well. An assist on the Salmela goal, a tally of his own. What a tip. Oh, beautiful hands by Garrett Rowe. Fights to the front of the net, fights away from Corey Murphy, and Garrett Rowe gets his 16th. It will be Lundgren and Little with assists. Little with his 34th assist of the season. Lundgren with his 9th helper. Garrett Rowe with his 16th. The Lakers led this game 2-0. They've pulled the goalie now. Eriksson on the bench for the 6-on-5. Will there be even more drama at Vida Arena? Garrett Rowe with 59 seconds remaining in the game has given Linköping the lead. Balin with the shot. It's tipped in front by Everberg. 30 seconds remaining. Balin to Martinson. Martinson looking for a screen. He goes to the left side to Olli Palola. Palola looking for his 20th goal. Bounces it off the end dasher for Kiskinen. Balin with the one-timer. It is blocked by Sebastian Karlsson. Excellent play by Sebastian Karlsson. Eric Martinson with a little pirouette. He looks up at the clock. He sees 14 seconds remaining. Martinson dumps it in. Everberg hard in against Nicholas Persson. Persson takes the hit to make a play. Josefsson back out against the grain. He was looking for Balin. 2 seconds remaining. Done and dusted. Huge win for Linköping. They were down 2-0. They barely had any offensive zone pressure. They were being outshot 2-1 by the Lakers. And Sam Hallam, who very rarely gets upset, he is absolutely hot under the collar. They needed 2 points to sew up the regular season. It will not happen tonight. They will have to wait till Thursday. Linköping moved to 96 points with a huge 3-2 win. Brock Little with a goal and 2 assists. He moves to 52 points, which coming into this evening's action would have tied him with Lindstrom atop the SHL table, but it's that man, Garrett Rowe, the hero, his 16th goal of the season with just 59 seconds remaining, giving Linköping the 3-2 lead. Done and dusted from Vida Arena. I'm Aaron Murphy. Hope you've enjoyed this magnificent SHL contest here in the last week of the regular season. Until Thursday, keep your head up and your stick on the ice. Goodbye for now.